everyone, and welcome to another fantastic Google Hangout here with Team Alex and Erica Down Under. We do this every Wednesday at 9:30 Australia time and 11:30 New Zealand time. And if you've been invited to watch us hang out, fantastic. It's wonderful to have you here. You know, at the end of it, just get back to the person, with the person who sent you this link, and just find out more about what it is that we're going to be talking about today. But basically, we are Empower Network. And the company itself has been around for just over 12 months, and it's probably one of the most exciting internet marketing affiliate programs out there on the internet today. It's giving ordinary people an opportunity to get online and have a business from home and really reach their, their financial goals so much faster than a lot of affiliate programs, that have been around, in the internet world. A little history on Alex and I. Basically, just over 12 months ago, we were working on cruise ships, and we found out that we were worth 17 cents an hour, and we decided that that was just pure insanity. So we decided to quit our so-called safe jobs on ships, and we went online looking for a solution. And we found some rubbish, and we got stuck a few times, and we had some rough times. And basically what saved us was finding Empower Network. Now, if you've never heard about Empower Network, you'll learn a little bit about this as we go through this webinar quickly. But basically Empower Network has enabled us to never have to worry about going back to ships. It has enabled us to never have to worry about, going and getting a real job. And it has basically enabled us to create training platforms like this to help people like you get to where you want to go, basically. And the reason we do these, specifically these Down Under Hangouts, is because we appreciate that, being on the other side of the world, sometimes there can be this feeling of disconnect, because the company itself is in America. And also we do them because we want you to appreciate that, Empower Network is happening down under. There are real people doing it, and there are real people having great success. So on that note, I would like to introduce you to our first panelist, who's part of Team Alex and Erica here. So Beck, how are you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Awesome, darling. Awesome. It's wonderful to have you here again. So, Beck, would you just like to share a little bit about your story, how you found Empower Network, why you decided to go with it, how you're finding it, and then we'll get into the, the good stuff about what we're doing today.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Beck Dorsey, and from Sydney, Australia. So I've been in Empower Network actually with my husband, Kelvin, since I think it was November last year. And so we've had a fantastic introduction to Empower Network. We weren't actually looking for it. We were already wanting to blog and kind of saw a future for ourselves, and just part of how we wanted to express ourselves, and an area we wanted to move into was blogging, because it just is happening everywhere, and we just saw some opportunity in there. But we really didn't have any skill on how to do it well. We didn't have any skill at all. We just had made a decision, basically. Oh, we think we might, go along that track. And we were searching one day, looking for some help to set up our blog, and we came across Erica's pretty face on a video teaching us about SEO, of all things. And so which is, basically how to get a 100% score on your SEO, or your search engine optimization. And she scratched our itch. She was able to give us an answer to what we were looking for. And we weren't looking for Empower Network. I heard about it, just didn't really get on my radar at all. But we connected with Erica because she was able to help us with what we were looking for. And then the match just seemed to make complete sense, because the knowledge that she was able to share with us about Empower Network was that it's the perfect match for what we were looking for. We've always been dreamers. Kelvin and I have always run our own business, and we've always kind of thought of ourselves a lot bigger than perhaps what we've been able to achieve in the past. And that's what I love about Empower Network, is that you've really got the opportunity to just go as high and as far as you want to go, and there really is no limit, and there's no ceiling on, how big or how great you can build your business. And all of the knowledge is there. It's just there. You just open up the bag of goodies and just pull out one training after the other, and every single thing you need to learn to be successful in this business is in that bag of goodies, throughout all of the trainings and through all of the products in Empower Network. Just nothing has been held back. And really then at the end of the day, it's just going through it and applying it, and you just start on a pathway to success. And so yeah, I can't just, you know, say how, you know, speak of it more highly. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and we're very, very excited to be a part of it. And also that, you know, it is only just over 12 months old, which is an amazing, amazing opportunity. I mean, in that 12 months, Empower Network have hit over 100,000 affiliates, and that growth is just going to continue and absolutely snowball. And the fantastic thing is that here we are in Australia and New Zealand with a real incredible opportunity to really get ahead of the pack and learn the business, understand the business, and be in a position to turn around and teach it to others. And we will be the pioneers of this amazing company, especially here down under. And just giving just regular people, I don't care what story you've got or where you're from or what your history is, everyone's story is important. And really, Empower Network is just all about your story. It's not about anything else. It's about you learning to communicate your story, and your story matters. Your story is important, and your story will touch and influence and inspire other people, no matter what that story is. So that is why we're a part of it, and that is why we're here to help you, who's watching, to have your success here as well. So there you go.
Awesome. Awesome. I just always love speaking to you, Beck, because, you know, you're always so, just so passionate about, you know, what Empower Network means, you know, and especially, you know, to families, because I know that, you know, you've got a couple of kids running around, you do this from, you know, home full time. And just quickly, how do you find that, you know, kind of like juggling, you know, the work from home with family and all that stuff? How's that working out for you?
It's tough, you know. It's not tough. It's a challenge. There's no question about it. You might be able to see behind us. We've had a bit of a revelation this week about just timetabling our time, and we've had a real breakthrough in just setting aside the actual time. Not only just setting aside the time to build Empower Network, our Empower Network business, but also what we do in that time that we've allocated. And I think you just need to be sure about why you want to do it and have that passion. And then out of that comes, okay, well, here's the time that we can devote to it. We already work full-time. We have a business that we operate here in Sydney, the both of us. Really busy with that, and then really busy with family on top of that as well. But this is important to us. Our dreams are important as well, and we've made time for that. So, yeah, you know, just you've just got to want it enough. I think it wouldn't matter if you had 1 hour a week. It's what you do with that hour in the week, and with a fantastic team around you that are just putting their hand down and helping you up the ladder. The support's there. So yeah, and that support's what's getting us through and got us through in, you know, just in those early stages when you're trying to get your head all around it. But yeah, family is absolutely number one, and that's why we're doing it. That's our big why, because we look at our kids and we see, and we're planning those future holidays that we're going to have, to, you know, taking them to Disneyland and all those childhood, you know, making all their dreams come true as well. So yeah.
Nice, Rita, nice. Well, thank you so much, darling, and we'll come back to you through this broadcast. And the next person I'd like to introduce you to is Shafan, all the way from, I can't say it as beautifully as you, but from Taupo, New Zealand. Shafan, how are you doing, hon?
Great, awesome, thanks, Erica.
So, do you want to share with us a little bit about how you found Empower Network? And
I'll try. I've been failing online for about 4 years, following gurus and false promises and trying to design products and start websites, and I always treated it as a hobby. Never really got anything online I actually joined Empower Network for free traffic. I didn't even know what Empower Network was. It was through a big marketing guru who I was watching a video for one day, and he said that the next 5 people who signed up to Empower Network, he would drive traffic to their squeeze page. So I jumped on board and paid them $25 and for that purpose. But then when I began to look into Empower Network and watch all the videos and things, I thought this could really be something. I had an experience about 10 years ago with a network marketing company here for telephones called ACN. They came to New Zealand, and I managed to, in the first little while, do quite well in that, sign a few people up and made a good bonus, and so that sort of opened my eyes up to this whole possibility of not having a job and being able to work from home and all that sort of thing. So when I saw what Empower Network was doing, I thought it was just amazing. The fact that you can blog about anything and not be stuck in a little niche or, you know, one subject, you can basically reach the whole world and in any area. I just thought this was something I would really want to look into. So I started looking around at all the different teams and what was being offered and what sort of coaching and support there was. And of course, the first place I looked was for Empower Network New Zealand because I wanted to be in touch with somebody, you know, local and that sort of thing. So I immediately found you guys when I typed Empower Network New Zealand into Google, and yeah, watched a few of your videos and changed teams basically. I let the other ones slip and came and joined. I could see what was happening here, and what you're doing on the Facebook group is it's just incredible. I think, you know, that to me that's changed the whole game, the supporting people and the commenting and the sharing and the giving, and to me that's what's going to make it all work for me. It's being able to communicate and help people like that. The 100% commissions, of course, and well, basically you can take it wherever you want to go. So yeah, I'm excited about it. Whereas before I was almost ready to give up. I've spent a lot of time over the last few years, ask my family, I spent all my spare time sitting on the computer trying to figure out how to do this, you know. So yeah, this has just given me a new hope and a way to go. To be able to, yeah, quit the job. I'm a carpenter by trade, and there's not often a day I don't cut myself on the job, or, you know, it's not the ideal way to live. My wife works 50 plus hours a week and has different days off than me, so we don't really get to spend a day together. So to be able to get her to leave her job and me to leave my job and offer our family a sort of a hope for the future, that will just be amazing to me. I'm quite happy to give up whatever it takes, you know. Pretty much all my possessions can go into Empower Network because I know what can come out of it and what sort of help we can do with it. So yeah, that's basically where I am. I've just developed a love for typing and writing. Sorry.
Oh, Siobhan, it's really good to hear your story, and I'm just, you know, really happy to have you on our team, and thrilled that you love our group. And we're just really excited to bring this down under. All right, so what we're going to do now, Siobhan, is your microphone muted?
Yeah.
Is it muted now?
Yeah.
Siobhan, are you still with us? Like, Siobhan's frozen. Bet, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I've just unmuted it.
Okay.
So I'm going to mute it.
All right, are you guys still with me? Or is it me?
I think it just went a bit funky a bit there. It's all right.
Do you know what I love? I love the fact that David Wood can do this from Costa Rica and have the exact same problems that I have.
Yeah, that's good.
And just for those guys watching, just know that you do not have to know anything about anything technical to build this business. And I think, you know, Alex and I are perfect examples of two completely technically clueless newbies just making it work. And, you know, kind of the poster child for anybody can make this work if we can. So what I want to do now is just quickly get into a little bit of the marketing strategies that we've used to basically take us from, like I said, being completely, totally clueless newbies to literally just living our dream life. And when I say living our dream life, I mean, completely financially independent, no fear of ever having to get a job, and no fear of ever having to go back to our old jobs. That's all in the past now. We've built a beautiful residual income. We have team members joining us nearly every day, and of course, everyone, when they understand the value of what is being offered by Empower Network, they upgrade, and so when they upgrade, that adds to your monthly income. So I just want you to know that the 3 free marketing strategies I'm about to reveal right now are the 3 things we did to build ourselves up to this level. As I mentioned in the introduction, or maybe I didn't, but I'm going to say it now, we're not huge on paid marketing. We know that we have to do it, but unfortunately it's not something that we have mastered yet. We do have a couple of things that they do work on a small scale, but for us, everything we've done is based on the 3 free marketing strategies I'm about to reveal. So the first one is blogging. Wow, how about that? Who would have thought? The reason David Wood promotes blogging is because he did it for 3 to 4 years, and it has paid him millions of dollars. Blogging is a free strategy. Once you've got your blog, like within Empower Network, you, as Shafan mentioned, you can blog about anything. You're not actually, tied down into one particular niche, although you can get very specific on a niche if you have a passion about something that you want to really, really embrace and go for. What we have done is we have managed to master the art of on-page SEO, which is so super simple. If anyone, tells you it's difficult or it's hard, don't believe them. It's just so simple. And because of our on-page SEO skills, and combined with the viral nature of the Empower Network blog, we basically rank on the first page of Google for nearly any keyword we go for. If you are watching this live right now and you type in minimum wage New Zealand, if I've done my job right, there's a pretty good chance I should still be on the first page of Google for that. Okay. Now, I worked out that there's about 8,000 global searches on that keyword. So 8,000 monthly searches on that keyword. So if I can hold that position on the first page of Google for the next 12 months, that's a lot of eyeballs. Now, if I can do that with 100 different posts ranking on the first page of Google, what's that going to bring me? Traffic. It's going to bring me leads, okay? And this is what we learned to do very, very quickly in our online career. We learned really quickly how to rank on the first page of Google, which brings me to the second part of the first part of our free strategy, and that is how-to videos. How did Beck find us? She found us because we did a how-to training, okay? Now, that was free. All we did was learn something, apply it, and teach it, okay? And what we taught was how to do SEO, which is how they found us. So if you can master this, which is a free skill, you are golden. Trust me, you are absolutely golden. So there are 2 blogs that I recommend you master. The first blog is blog about anything you want. Find a trending article, find a sporting event, find something that someone wants to know about today, and blog about it. And then work out how to get on the first page of Google, which of course we will teach you. The second thing to blog about is how to do anything. The one thing in this business you want to do really, really quickly is break out of the newbie zone. You've got to break out of the newbie zone, and the only way to do that is to show up looking like a leader. Now, how do you look like a leader if you're absolutely brand new? Well, you do what we did. You learn stuff, you apply it, and then you teach it. And the minute someone sees you standing up looking like a teacher, they're like, let me check this person out, which of course is what Beck and Kelvin did. So those are the 2 things I'd recommend you start learning how to do straight away. Blogging about anything you want, which is real simple, and then blogging about how-to stuff. Like at the moment, Alex is really excited about his photography, and he's learning how to do, really cool stuff with his photos, and so we blog about it, how to enhance images on iMac, how to do this with iMovie, stuff like that. He gets excited about it, so that's what we're doing. And we're getting a whole different, strain of leads from a source that we never would have thought about like 3 months ago, because he wasn't really into photography then, and now he is, okay? So that is the first thing. Guys, any questions before I move on to the second free strategy? Beck?
No, when you say on-page SEO, what do you mean about what's that specifically?
Okay, so the really cool thing is when you have your Empower Network blog, on the side you're going to get a free piece of software called SEO Presser. So with SEO Presser, it is going to tell you how to maximize your on-page SEO. We are looking for your keywords in your heading 1 tag, in your heading 2 tag, in your heading 3 tag. Now, if you're brand new to what I'm saying, don't worry. These terms may sound complicated, but they are so ridiculously simple, you will laugh once you understand what I'm talking about. And also, too, your images. There's something in there called the alt text tag. We're going to stick a little keyword in there. Also, underlining your keyword, bolding your keyword, and italicizing your keyword. And there's a couple of other things on the side, and when you go through those, that is going to increase your SEO score. Little things like adding rel equals no follow, linking to other blog posts, having your keyword in the first sentence, having your keyword in the last sentence. Now, I'm giving away a lot of juicy information right here that I really could be charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars for, but we don't. We give it away for free. Okay, we give it away for free because we want you to have all the tools easily so that you can start ranking on the first page of Google using these free strategies. So, Beck, did that answer your question?
Yeah, that's really good. That's
you knew all that anyway, they didn't.
But that's the great thing about your blog is that it actually does. It tells you what to do, and then you do it. It tells you what to do, and you do it. You know, with your SEO, it really is that simple. And that's something that I know we were searching for how to get perfect SEO. We had no idea how to do it. And then in Empower Network, it's just there. It tells you what you got to do. Oh yeah, go back in my blog and you do it. I mean, it was so simple. And now we're getting our blogs are ranking. And Kelvin did a blog on Donald Trump biography, and it actually is, in the second week it was on the first page of Google above Trump.com. It actually, how hysterical is that? And now it's on the second page of Google, so it's kind of, you know, it's a pretty highly searched, you know, best Donald Trump biography. But there was a couple of days there he was actually on top of Donald Trump. It was awesome.
Did you take a screenshot?
Yeah, got a screenshot. Yep. Okay.
You need to forward that to me, okay?
Yep, I will. I'll put that through. Absolutely.
Awesome, sweetheart.
So,
and Shafan,
yeah, and so that's the great thing. It's to do.
Awesome, darling. And Shafan, did you have a question?
Sorry, yeah, I feel a bit out of place here, not wearing a hat. There we go. The rel no follow thing. Have you got a file for that in the Facebook group?
Absolutely. I will tag you after the hangout, and I'll show you exactly where to find that.
Awesome.
Any more questions before you go on?
No, that's good.
Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. So now some of you are going to hate this when I mention it, but when you join our team, Team Alex and Erica, under anyone that sent you this link, you know that I am going to want you to start making videos, okay? I can't tell you how many people have joined Team Alex and Erica because of the videos that we do, sitting on the beach. A lot of you guys would have seen our video sitting on Marine Parade. And that one video, I know it was way too long, it was like about 13 minutes or something. That one video has had more team members join our team than any other video we made. Why? Well, there were some crazy bloopers at the end. That was kind of funny. But it was the fact that we just sat there on the beach, no props, nothing fancy, telling our story. And that really, really got through to a lot of people, especially Kiwis and Aussies, because they could see that we weren't putting on a show. There was no rah-rah. There was no, gimmicks or anything like that. It was just, hey, we are here on the beach telling you our story. And it allowed people to work out if we were real. It allowed people to work out if we were authentic. And most importantly, it allowed people to work out if they even liked us, because people join people that they know, they like, and they trust. And video marketing, I promise you, video marketing probably makes up about 60% of all of our best signups, okay? Because your video marketing allows people to do their own due diligence. They are watching you. They are watching your facial expressions, your eyes, your hands. They're watching everything you do, your body language. And nothing you can do sitting on a keyboard blogging away is going to convey you more than you on a video. Now, I understand that taking a video can be awfully, awfully scary. And I promise you, first one I did, I'm really embarrassed, but literally, I do everything on my iPhone, right? And I sat there, and I was taking a big deep breath, and I pressed play, and I'm like, oh, no. And I'd put it down, I'd press stop. And I did this, like, I think for 30 minutes. And in the end, I said to myself, Erica, stop being ridiculous. There are not a million people watching you right now. No one even knows who you are. You're invisible. So just talk to the camera. Pretend there's one friend at the end of that camera and just start talking. And when I did that, I calmed down and I just talked. And my first video, it's still up there. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. In the beginning, I thought, I feel like such a dickhead. I feel really stupid. Because as Kiwis and Aussies, you know, one of the things we don't like to do is self-promote. We are, you know, famous for our tall poppy syndrome. We are famous for not touting our own horns. And we are famous for, you know, being polite and being reserved and being low-key. But there's a difference between tooting your own horn and just showing up and being real. You know, you're not showing up going, hey, I'm awesome, I'm fabulous. No, you're just going, hey, this is me. You know, take it or leave it. And our video marketing has been extremely effective with our North American market as well as our UK market, as well our Asian market. The thing is, people buy people. You know, they really do. They buy you. So get in love with your camera. I say that you cannot live without an iPhone or a smartphone. Flip it on whenever you want and just cut stories. Just cut stories. We were out in the park the other day and there's some stray dog, she's gorgeous, just fell in love with me. So I did a little video on her and I put it on Facebook today, and you know, I've got some leads off that. Why? I don't know. Maybe because I turned the camera on while I was in the middle of a park with a stray dog. People like that. And so that is without a doubt the most important free strategy I can share with you on how to build this business. Just turn the camera on. I don't care whether you're at home in the middle of the day, you know, ironing your kids' clothes because you can. We've got one team member who takes, you know, videos of him taking his kids to school on a Friday morning at 11 o'clock. People want to see that you are real, you're doing real stuff, and that, you know, you're likable. All right? Yeah. So, guys, on the panel, any questions about video marketing? Beck?
No, I think that I agree. It's probably not so much questions, more just it can be really tough, the first one you take. I actually went on a big run. The first video I did, I went on a run, and because I had just heard about Alex and Erica's first $10,000 month, and I was just blown away. It's very new. We were only in a couple of weeks, and it just struck me how huge, like $10,000 a month is, to be able to earn that online, wherever you are, whatever age you are. And I was thinking about superannuation here in Australia and the fear that's just around that for so many people, that there's just not going to be enough in their super. And, you know, just how Erica and Alex were just 6 months of serious effort into the business, and here they are on $10,000 a month. And, you know, you'd be lucky to be retiring on maybe a quarter of that, I think. You know, if you end up on the age pension in Australia, I don't know if it's the same in New Zealand, but it's shocking. It's just below, you know, any kind of living standard. So, but that prompted me. I was like, you know, it just something stirred up, and I was like, right, I'm going to do video on this. And I had to go for a big run beforehand just to calm myself down, and I just went, right, no one's looking, click, and I just sat there, and I was all puffed. I actually didn't care. I just, like, you know, and put that up, and that was my first video. We've done many since then, and we've got some 4 now that are in the #1 spot on Google for, you know, that search term. So it is really important. It's not only important that people can connect with you, but Google absolutely loves it. That, you know, just putting video more and more up in their search engine as well. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons to be, you know, just take the plunge and do the video. It's like,
and I must say that first video you did is my favorite video of all time. I loved it. I just thought it was brilliant. Beck in the bush.
Yeah, that's right. The swatting flies off me.
But it was so real. You know, people could say, hey, here's a mom. She's out on a run. You know, she's cutting a video in the middle of the day. How cool is that? I want to be that woman. That's why I love that video. I thought it was just brilliant. I'd love to see more of you out in nature.
I have to do it.
Awesome. Thank you, sweetheart. So, Shafan, any questions about video marketing?
No, I understand the power of video marketing. I've spent quite a bit of time on YouTube and have been able to rank videos within half an hour on #1 on Google and YouTube, you know, with little effort. The thing that terrifies me about video is I spend most of my life talking like a ventriloquist. I'm afraid I've lived quite a hard life and been a drug addict most of my life, and so my teeth look like one of those cigarette packet warnings. So I don't like talking to people or opening my mouth. Otherwise, I'd be quite keen to do video.
But here you are with us.
Yeah. You asked my wife, I was extremely nervous about getting on here.
Well, I'm very proud of you.
I feel sorry for you, sorry.
No, I would encourage you to cut videos anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because, Shafan, you are a real person, and there will be a lot of people who have the same fears that you do about video marketing. And if they can see you having a breakthrough with that, then that will inspire them to do it also.
Yeah, I fully understand that.
Yep. And I think you'd be brilliant.
Thank you.
And I think you're doing a great job here too.
It's the story that connects as well. It's like your story, you know, and that's going to resound with people in similar situation and background, whatever. So it's just do it. Yeah, just throw them up there. We'll get you commented and, you know, put it into the group, and it's just there for support, you know.
Awesome.
All right, Shafan, thank you so much. All right, so let's move on to the last free strategy that Alex and I have used so effectively to build our team. And this one is so easy to do, because if you've learned how to blog, that means that you've learned how to write stories. That means you've learned how to put stuff down on, not paper, but you know what I mean. You've learned how to write stuff, right? And the more you write, the better you get. The third free strategy that Alex and I have used to dramatically build our team is email marketing. Now, it is a free strategy because, well, okay, you need Aweber. Okay, you need an autoresponder. We like Aweber because the support is so fantastic and the tutorials are awesome. When you first start out, you know, you're going to have a small list, but your small list, celebrate those first 5 people you get on your list, you know, from your organic leads. Then it's going to grow to 20. Then it's going to grow to 100. And by the time you've got like 200, 300, 400 people on your list, you are a master email marketer. Now, I could do a lot of training on email marketing, but the products will teach you better than I can. The whole theory with email marketing is that you need to be building a relationship with your list. They need to start getting to know you. Now, the biggest mistake people make when they first start email marketing is that they will just slam their list with offer after offer after offer. And the one thing we train here at Empower Network is you keep your message the same all the time. You only have one offer, and that one offer is Empower Network. If you want to market affiliate products that are helping you build Empower Network, absolutely go for it. But you have one message and one message only. You don't hit them with Empower Network today, and then you hit them with MLM product the next day, and then another network marketing, you know, opportunity the next day, because people get confused. They'll be like, what is this person's message? Okay, why are they in Empower Network today and then something else tomorrow? Okay, that is not the path we go down with email marketing. For the last 18 months, we have had one message and one message only. We are doing Empower Network. We are going to the top with Empower Network, and you're more than welcome to come along with us if you want, but we're going to do it with or without you. And that has been our message throughout this entire journey. Now, in the beginning, okay, we had no one on our list because we didn't know how to build a list. And we started building a list when our blogs got better, which created traffic, which created leads, which built our list. Okay, so these 3 things all go hand in hand. Okay, learn how to do your on-page blogging, on-page SEO with your blogging. That will create the traffic, that creates the leads, that opt in and become your list. Now, when it comes to your list, how do you build a relationship with your list so that they know that you're not just trying to sell them stuff, that you're actually caring about them and their future? Well, you share your life. You share your highs, you share your lows, you allow them to engage in your story. Now, there will be people on your list who will sign up immediately because they see the opportunity. They see the video from Dave and Dave, they get it, and they just hit, push, play, yes, join, whatever they're going to hit. And they hit it straight away, and they join you straight away. But then there are going to be others, and they're going to be watching you for a couple of things. A, they're going to be watching, are you real? Really? Is this girl for real? This guy for real? That's what they're watching for in the beginning. Then they may sit on your list a little bit longer and wonder, is she really going to do it? Can she get to where she wants to be? Let me watch her. And then maybe it might take 12 months or 18 months. Then when they see you've done it, they're like, okay, well, here's what I know about this person. They kept consistent with the one message. They didn't try to sell me anything else. They said they were going to do something, and they did it. And you stuck with something for a period of time. What I've learned about email marketing is that a lot of people are watching to see if you quit. And a lot of people are watching to see if you're going to stick with your message. And it can take 12 months to 18 months for them to actually turn into your customers. And when they do, let me tell you something, you have them for life because they already know everything about you because you've shared it in your emails. When you join Team Alex and Erica, one thing that I will always recommend you do is stay on about 3 top leaders lists. Even if it's the leader you've joined, stay on their list because you want to watch how they market to their teams. And I tell my entire team, stay on my list. Some people go, Erica, don't you know I'm already on your team? I'm like, yeah, I do, but I want you to see how I market, and I want you to, swipe my stuff, tweak my stuff, and then send it out to your list. Because if it's working for us, it's going to work for you. Now, the beautiful thing about being with Empower Network is that in the beginning, you get to swipe all of the leaders' swipe files, and swiping literally means that Dave and Dave, owners of the company, they're going to send out this, long email to your, to your inbox. You're going to take that email, you're going to change the links, and then you're just going to send it out. You can tweak it a little bit if you want, but hey, these guys are master copywriters, so why would you change it too much, right? So you just swipe their email copy, you put it into your Aweber autoresponder, and then you broadcast it out to your list. And this is my recommendation. When you go through one of the products, which, when you join our team, I'd highly recommend you buy all the products, just get all in. It's one of the 8 core commitments. There are 2 phenomenal lessons in the 15K formula that really, really delve into the core nuts and bolts of email marketing. One of them is just phenomenal. It teaches you how to have, eye-catching, eye-grabbing, opening headlines, how to do the body of your emails. But all of that stuff is for when you are, like a little bit further advanced down the track. In the beginning, if you can copy and paste, you can build a relationship with your list, okay? Now, there are 2 schools of thought when it comes to email marketing. One says email your list a minimum of 2 times per day. And some people go, what? That's a lot. But there's a reason for it. The second school of thought says minimum once per day. And I definitely stick to the minimum once per day. Why? Let me answer this another way. I was reading an email from a guru, and he was explaining to someone who only emails once a month, why does my email list say that I'm a spammer? And the reason was really bizarre. It was because they don't know who you are. They've forgotten who you are. So when you email them once a month, they've forgotten who you are, and they just think that you're a spammer. So they, hit unsubscribe, and then they, send a complaint to Aweber, and you are in trouble. So email minimum once per day. Minimum once per day. And apparently, the best time to send your emails out is 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the great thing about Aweber is you can actually schedule, what time your stuff goes out. And it just allows your list to know that you are there, you are constantly there, and sometimes they wait for your email like a morning radio show. Do you know what I mean? I do. There are some gurus that I wait for their emails. I know it comes at 9:30 in the morning here, and I'm always waiting for it, and it's kind of nice. And so if you're nice to your list and you're not, like pushing them all the time to buy something, they will love you. And the great thing is that most people who get into your list, they want to know how to do stuff. So boom, what do you send them? Oh my God, it goes back to the beginning. You send them those blogs you did on how to do something, okay? So not only are you trying to get them to join you by selling them something, you are offering value up front. Now, Frank Kern is very, very famous for this. He says, offer value first. Ask for nothing, and then later ask for something. So you're giving value in advance. So when your list can see that you actually care about them, you're training them on stuff that can help them, make money or help them do something, they look at you differently. A, they look at you like you're a leader, but B, they look at you as someone that they know, like, and trust. Okay? Now, of course, there are going to be people who, unsubscribe and they're not going to like you, but you know what? You can't please all the people all the time. And you don't want those people on your list anyway. You don't want, complainers and moaners. You don't want them in your business either, okay? If you know that you are truly offering value and someone unsubscribes and they leave you a nasty note, you know what? Just say, Kelvin, but you guys are so sweet because you unsubscribed one time and I read the comment. It was so cute. It's like that I'm reading this stuff, right? And it was Kelvin. He goes, "Hey, E, sorry, but we're on 2 of your lists, so we thought we'd just unsubscribe from this one."
Because we kept doubling up. I think we were getting 3 or 4 lots at some point because we kept on kind of just going through funnels, falling through funnels. So I knew that I think Kelvin was saying it, I know that they'll be reading it, so make sure, we're not, saying goodbye.
You're not going to hurt my feelings. But I loved it. It was just gorgeous. Because I do read why people unsubscribe. Most of the times, they're going to say something like, not right now, no thank you, it's not for me. Most of the time people are polite. But of course you get some a-holes, but then, if they're an a-hole to you, anonymously, they're going to be an a-hole in life, so don't even worry about them. And I always say love your unsubscribes because there's going to come a point where you're going to have way too many people on your list, like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people, and you don't want rubbish there because you're going to be paying to have them on your list. So get rid of them and just love them. Just let them go. So, darlings on the panel, Beck, do you have any questions about email marketing?
Yeah, actually, I know that you guys and we as well, and I think most people in Empower Network have an Empower Network blog, but also as a marketing strategy have other blogs just as a lead capture. Do your opt-ins on your other blog, on your other business blog, go straight through to the same list? Is it they're all just building the same list, or do you have 2 separate lists?
Yeah, okay, great question. What we do with our biz blog now is because we are fully 100% into Empower Network, every single lead, if we're not selling an affiliate product with our business blog, every single lead we are putting into the sales funnel of Empower Network. And the reason for this is simple. We stand behind it 100%. We have... There's nothing out there on the market today that will do for anyone what Empower Network will do for them. And our business blog, as you know, is all about supporting people in the network marketing industry and people in the MLM industry. Now, there are a lot of people who are trying to get their MLMs online. And personally for me, the only place they should be learning how to do that is with Empower Network. It's the only place. And so, all of our leads, they go into one list. And right now, as you know, all of our teams, or a lot of teams have merged with Team Take Massive Action, and I have found that their follow-up messages are the highest converting follow-up messages that we've ever used. We have gone through, I think, 5 sets of follow-up messages. The first one we paid for. We actually got a copywriter to write. No conversions. Then we tried another Empower Network leader, and then those autoresponders didn't work either. Then we took the autoresponders from our sponsors and we filtered in some, personal stories. That started to work okay, but when we got out of our own way, got out of our own ego, and we just put in the Team Take Massive Action follow-up messages, boom. Conversion. I mean, you're looking at Chris Record. This guy is a multimillionaire. He's been around, this industry 15 years. I'm like, hey, we've been around like 18 months. What do we know? Just plug it in. All I did was add a photo of, Alex and I, and that's it. I just let the follow-up messages run. Because the thing is, remember, you are also doing your own personal broadcasts. So even though those follow-up messages look a little bit generic and a little bit generic, your personality is going to come through when you do your follow-ups. So so everything
actually
we have all goes there.
On email marketing, I heard a really good comment by Mark Hoverson saying that your new leads that you get through your email marketing, or however your leads come in, they're like little babies, or fresh fruit. It goes off after a few days, so it's something that you need to connect with immediately, making a connection with, you know, by email marketing. I mean, getting immediately in contact with someone that's new, acknowledging that they're new, welcoming them, and almost just having a hi and welcome to the team message, you know, and just because people are wanting to connect, and if they just get the pedestrian generic emails through and they're not actually hearing from someone that they know and can sense is real, it's the fruit goes off. You know, you've really lost that opportunity to connect with them. So I think that's really powerful. And the light went on for me hearing that. I was like, yeah, you're right. You know, they're like a newborn baby. They need to suckle straight away. They've got to get some, you know, get on the boob straight away to get some nourishment, you know, and build relationship, you know, just like a newborn baby does. So yeah, I think, and that's when the light really went on for me for email marketing. So I was thinking, oh yeah, we've got our autoresponders going, you know, and it just wasn't clicking, because it just didn't click until it was just, sometimes it's one thing that you hear and you just go, right, got it, it's important, you know, we've got to make sure there's a personal connection.
Absolutely. So you're doing broadcasts every day now?
We are, yes, we are. So, oh no, not every day. We're kind of still, you know, kind of fumbling around the copy and all of that kind of stuff at the moment. But no, Kelvin's actually, and that's something that we've just done in this last week, is just structure out, okay, Kelvin's going to kind of work on the email marketing and I'm doing the how-to videos, and we just structured our time so we can kind of broadcast them out as we go along. So just being so constricted with time, we have to, because it always felt like we were not getting done what we needed to get done. So we've just brought some structure in, and yeah, it's starting to rock. So
okay, excuse me one second, I'm going to show you something. Okay, now this might be in reverse. Do you have this?
No, haven't got it. I've heard about it, haven't got it.
You must get this. Anyone watching this, you must get this book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Is it in reverse for you guys?
No.
Okay. Guys, get this book. I started reading it, and it has blown my brain. I'd heard about the 4-Hour Workweek, and yeah, I knew that, you know, it sounded like a good idea, but it also sounded like a lot of hard work, because that's a really thick book, right? And when you're really super busy building a business, it's like, oh, I don't have time for that. Let me tell you something, 15 minutes a day, and you will work out exactly how to crunch this business down to about 2 hours of productive activity every day.
Yeah.
And it blew my brain. So anyone watching this, grab the 4-Hour Workweek. It will blow your mind. Absolutely. Yeah. Just phenomenal. All right, so Shafan, sweetheart, any questions regarding email marketing?
Unmute myself there, hold on. All right, so I've set up gone through the Team Massive Action training videos on setting up Aweber, and I've linked that all up with my Empower Network back office thing. Now, when you say email people every day, at the moment, the way I see it, there's a list of pre-done emails that are loaded in through your code sort of thing. So if somebody comes in there, they're getting an email every day, is that right?
Correct.
Are you emailing them over and above that with your personal emails, so they're getting those pre-done ones as well as one from you?
Yes,
and
correct.
Are you putting those in a list, so if somebody new comes in, they'd be getting one that you might have done, you know, a month ago, as that's where it is in the system? Or are they receiving something that you've just done sort of yesterday as they sign up?
Okay. So I'll answer this. Mute the microphone. All right. So that is a really great question that Shafan just asked. And what we do is we do have the Team Take Massive Action follow-up messages going out every single day, or as they are scheduled, as per Aweber. But we also do a personal broadcast once in the morning, and we also try and do one once in the evening as well. So we try and send one out at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we try and send the second one out at about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who's joining us? And hey, Araha's coming on. And so one thing thing and Siobhan, you raised a really, really great question, because one of the trainings did say that when you have got some really great emails created, then you should be inserting them into your follow-up messages. So that, with TTMA, I can't remember, there's like 25, I think, follow-up messages. I can't remember, to be honest. But, if I've written like 100 of my own personal messages, well, why wouldn't I then go and slot them in between? Okay. Now, we are still tweaking this, because when it comes to internet marketing, guys, gals watching, you need to tweak everything. And in our situation, it ain't broke, so we're not fixing it. Okay, we may start inserting some of our best follow-up messages into the TTMA, Team Take Massive Action follow-ups, but at the moment they are working fine without us messing with them at all. So what I try and do is I try and write my emails not to someone who's been following us for a year. I try and write every single personal email to someone who is having their first exposure to us. And I try and create a relationship with every single email that way. So, Siobhan, does that answer your question?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Awesome. All right, so Alice, are you here?
A quick question that comes up for me. If you said there's 25 messages in the TTMA follow-ups, what happens when it gets to the last one?
That's
it?
Yep, that's why you've got to be doing
so there's a longevity of about so many months before they'll just stop getting, unless you are actively writing your own email content every day, they would just stop hearing from you, wouldn't they?
Yes. You must email a minimum once per day, minimum. Okay, they have to know. The reason with the the follow-up messages being, I think there's about 25. There could be more. I'll go and check after this. But they say that if you're not going to get them in the first 7 exposures, then it's going to take a while to build a relationship. And you know what? Always keep this in mind. Just because someone doesn't join you today doesn't mean they're never going to join you. It just means they don't need you right now. You know what I mean? Maybe their life is fine. Maybe they haven't been fired from their job. Maybe they're not worried about their 401k. Maybe they are not in a bad situation enough. Maybe they're just not in enough pain yet. Do you know what I mean? So you are still building a relationship with that person, and there will come a time, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months down the track, when they'll may have a terrible situation happen in their life, and they'll be like, ooh, okay, now I like that girl Beck. She was pretty cool. She's rocking this thing. I trust her. Let me go and check out her stuff again. Do you know what I mean? Yep. So, and love your list. You must love your list. You've worked so hard to get people onto your list, so love them. Treat them like they are your best friend. And they can look. I can tell when I'm on some of these gurus lists. I can tell if they don't care about me at all. I know, because I don't hear stories about their lives. I don't. Tony Rush, guys. Tony Rush. He, without a doubt, is probably one of the best lists you could ever be on. This guy talks about anything. Tomato sandwiches, for goodness sake, at the shack. And you are hanging off every word. Why? Because he's just such a great guy. He's just such an awesome guy. So make sure that you do get onto his list and watch the way he does email marketing. He would be my top recommendation. And also too, he trains in the 15K formula on that, and I've learned so much just from going through that one session, that one module. So Siobhan, did you have another question, hun?
No, it was just that is that what you're doing personally? If you write an email every day, you're just tagging it onto the end of the list, and then people will get it in the sequence. Once they've run out of the 25 Team Massive Action emails, they'll then go on to what you're putting in every day.
No, look, what I'll do, let me see if I can do a screen share, and I'll show you something. Hope this works. Okay, let me see. Siobhan, do you have Aweber?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do broadcast. Do you know how to do broadcast?
No.
Okay, I'm going to show you really quickly. Okay, so Where am I? Which list am I going to? This one here. Okay, so guys, if you're watching this, you guys, oh, Shafan, can you mute your microphone? Thank you, sweetheart. All right, guys, so if you're watching this and you join our team, you get 28. Okay, so we have 28. Cool. Now, at the end of 28, now these go out, let's look, every single day. Yeah, every single day, okay? So if you get someone on your list, on the 28th day, that's going to be the last email they get. So what you're going to want to be doing is you are going to want to go to Messages, hit Broadcast, and me, I'm old school, so I still go to the old broadcast editor. And boom, this is what you do. So you write a little personal message, and down here, see how you've got send immediately or send later? You can schedule when these go out. So let's say you want to do something today, which here is the 10th of April, and let's say we want to schedule it to go out at 8:30 at night. Boom, you can do your work, and off it goes. And basically all you do is then you can preview it to make sure it's all sexy and all your links are working. Then you save the message, enter a subject. Anyway, let me enter blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I want to show you how this works. So we're going to send it later, 8:30 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. We're going to save this message. Loading, loading, loading. Okay, and you see this? You can hit the Q button, and you can say broadcast will be sent, and then you would hit yes. And that is how you send out a daily message. Now, I'm just going to cancel this so that I don't send out garbage. Do I want to delete? Yeah, I want to delete. All right, guys, so I'm coming back to my screen. I hope you guys are still with me.
Yep, we're here.
All right, here? Oh, yay, we're back. Yay, we're back. I only just learned how to do that. So, Shafan, does that answer your question?
Yeah, okay, so you've just set up an email and sent it out for today's date at today's time. That means only the people who are on your list right now are ever going to see that email.
Correct.
So it's nobody. If somebody signs up tomorrow, they'll never see that. You're not really building yourself, extending that list of 28 that's in there. Like you say, it's probably not going to matter after a month or so. I guess it'll be good to load up more.
Okay. You can. Let me show you how to do that quickly. All right, so what you would do is you would go into follow-up, and literally you can add those messages from this screen. Now, I'm not going to, because I don't want to mess anything up, but you can literally insert your messages into the follow-up messages, okay? Now, how did I do that? Oh, I can't actually remember how to do that. But there are tutorials here on how to do that, all right? So I'm just going to come back to you guys. All right, so Shafan, what you would do is you would create an email, and then you literally would insert it where you want to. Again, personally for us, the way we're doing it, it's working fine, and I don't really want to mess with the system when I know that it's working. But if you want to, be inserting emails into the TeamTake Massive Action follow-ups, you absolutely are more than welcome to do that. And it is actually recommended. They do teach that in the 15K formula as well. Just personally for me, I like the system the way it is, and I'm quite happy just sending out my emails twice a day, on top of that. And if I really think one was really super awesome, then I will go, back into it, and I can send it out again, because you've got them all saved there. They don't disappear anywhere.
Awesome. That's great. Thanks, Erica.
That answered your question?
So you're actually really just building up a catalogue, aren't you, of emails, and you could tweak it a bit if it's going to go out, for a second time to someone,
Yep.
Down the track. And
yep. When you see that you have an email that gets an awesome open rate, analyze that. What was it? Was it the heading? Was it the body? What was awesome? When you find an email that has an awesome click-through rate, work out what was it about that. And that email, definitely, I'd be inserting that into your follow-ups. But just remember, you need to go through all of your follow-ups and make sure that if you're inserting messages in there, that it's moving cohesively and it makes sense, because the way Chris Record has got those follow-up messages set up, they are set up to work sequentially, okay? And yeah, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's just me. All right, guys, so we are nearly coming up to, I think, an hour. That I didn't expect that to take as long. But I hope that you guys got value out of that. Do you guys have any final questions before I wrap it up? Beck?
No, I think that's actually really good. It was just, that was great. Some great information. Thank you. Awesome. Appreciate it.
Shafan, any questions?
No, that's awesome. Thanks, Erica.
And it's wonderful to see you on camera, Shafan. I'm just so happy to meet you finally. You have a beautiful smile, just so you know, and you've got beautiful eyes, and I think the world should see more of you, okay? All right, guys. So I just want to wrap this up by saying it is an absolute privilege to be bringing these training sessions, these Google Hangouts Down Under at the regular time of Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. Australia time and 11:30 p.m. New Zealand time. Hopefully that's a good time for you guys, when you're getting home from work, or whenever it is that you can catch us. I just want to say, open your eyes to the possibility of what Empower Network means and what it could mean to you, and also to open your mind to the possibility that regular Kiwis and regular Aussies are making this work. And just imagine what your life could look like 12 months from now if you just took some action, hit the link below this video, and just checked out what it is that people like myself and Beck and Shafan are doing to change our lives. Look, I don't know how it is exactly in Australia, but I know in New Zealand we have a very, very low wage economy. There was one point where none of our online marketing ventures were working, and Alex and I actually considered getting jobs. And when we looked around what was out there, we're like, what? That's all there is? And unless you were highly skilled, you were not going to be making over $40,000 a year. And I'm like, who can live on that? I can't live on that. And that was when we had a huge cataclysmic moment. It was kind of like, man, we are doing this no matter what, because there's nothing else out there for us. I didn't want to go back to ships. We didn't want to go back to F&B, which was our previous background before cruise ships. We had to make this work. And I just want you watching this right here, right now, to imagine how different your life could be if you just chose to hit the button beneath this video and check out exactly what it is that normal people like us are doing. Literally, we are just creating content every single day. We blog daily. Some of us do videos daily. Some of us are going to do videos daily. And we email daily. If you can copy and paste, pretty much you can do this too. Yes, there are some things you have to learn, but the beautiful thing is with Team Alex and Erica, you're not just joining me or Beck or Shafan or anyone else who sent you this link. You're joining Team Alex and Erica. And we operate 24/7. That is the beautiful thing about having an internet business. We are live 24 hours a day. You jump into our Facebook group, which is where we have all of our specialized training. You can hit up a question in there. And we've had testimonials from people who've been answered within 3 minutes. Okay, there is someone online waiting to help you out. You're never going to be alone. So, on that note, I want to thank you so much for spending an hour of your precious time with us here today, this morning, tonight, whatever time it is for you. And I want you to, again, consider, imagine how different your life could be in 12 months' time. Picture that. No job. Maybe you are retiring your spouse from their job. Maybe you're taking your kids to Disneyland for the first time ever. I don't know, maybe you're taking a princess cruise around Australia and New Zealand, or maybe you're going to Europe. Just step into that and imagine how you would feel living your dream life. And just know that all it takes is you hitting the link below this video and checking it out. Check it out. Just check it out. Back to the link. They care. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're going to see you next Wednesday. Same time, same channel. Appreciate you guys. Have an awesome day or night. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.